Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Sophie Cunningham. Make some noise for Sophie Cunningham, someone who came over to Indiana and knew exactly how to capitalize on the Caitlin Clark effect. When we talk about all the Dewana Bonners, when we talk about the Natasha Howards, the Alyssa Smiths, when we talk about all the toxic situations that revolve around Indiana that at least the media put out, let's pay attention to people who know how to come in and capitalize. People who come in and know.
In the history of professional sports, there are moments that completely shift the balance of power. We're talking about massive, undeniable financial earthquakes that leave established executives sweating in their tailored suits. But what just happened in the WNBA wasn't just an earthquake. It was a major financial shockwave and a historic, unbelievable triumph for the fans. You see, veteran players and league executives thought they could control the narrative. They believed they could bully rookies, deliver lackluster all-star performances, and still collect massive endorsement checks. They were completely and devastatingly wrong. In the span of just 60 minutes, one single hour, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham shattered the glass ceiling, the floor, and the entire building. They released a completely unexpected and highly exclusive signature shoe collaboration. And before the WNBA front office could even finish their morning coffee, the entire inventory was wiped out, sold out, gone. And the final revenue number? A staggering $5.9 million in just 1 hour. This wasn't simply a merchandise drop. It was a powerful statement from millions of fans who are tired of the jealousy and drama surrounding the league. While critics watch their own merchandise sit in warehouses with little to no sales, Clark and Cunningham appeared to demonstrate just how much influence they have with fans. Grab a seat, hit that subscribe button, and get ready, because this story is just getting started and we have all the latest details. Damn, my size 8 sold out, already ran out of my size. My size is sold out, already sold out. They sold out already. This is sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, copped. Folks, Sophie Cunningham has capitalized on the Caitlin Clark effect better than almost anyone. She may now be the second biggest star in this league. It's Caitlin Clark at number 1, Sophie Cunningham at number 2, and whoever else you want to put at number 3. At this point, there's hardly any debate about who comes next, because Sophie Cunningham has clearly become one of the league's biggest stars. Sophie Cunningham even teased her upcoming colorway earlier this morning at 8:58, giving fans an early look at what was coming.
Dang, my size 8 sold out. Already ran out of my size. My size is sold out. Already sold out. They sold out already. This is sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, copped. Folks, you couldn't. I mean, Sophie Cunningham has capitalized on the Caitlin Clark effect better than she is the second biggest star in this league. It's CC 1, fall off, Sophie Cunningham 2, fall off, whoever else you want to put in 3. There's no point to even argue who's third at this point because it's clearly Sophie Cunningham. Now we even put out, Sophie Cunningham even put out a teaser drop earlier this morning, 8:58, about her colorway coming out.
To truly understand the enormous significance of this $5.9 million hour, you have to look at the harsh reality facing the rest of the league. For months, veteran players have appeared on podcasts, sat behind microphones, and taken subtle shots at Caitlin Clark. They claimed her popularity was temporary. They argued that fans would eventually move on. Most importantly, they insisted that they were the real attractions of the WNBA. But the retail market has now challenged those claims in a way that could be difficult to ignore. While Clark and Cunningham were making history, let's take a look at the reported shoe sales for players who struggled during All-Star Weekend. The numbers have been described as extremely disappointing, with little movement and minimal interest from consumers. Sneaker brands could be facing challenges after investing heavily in veteran players whose shoes may now be heavily discounted. Fans have the power to speak with their wallets, and their purchasing decisions can send a powerful message. Some fans believe that players like Angel Reese and other established veterans have not delivered enough on the court, and their merchandise may be suffering as a result.
In size 11.5 and women's 12.5. That's it. That is it. I said what I said. Wow. She's gonna be getting her signature shoe. The execs at Adidas are laughing like Tony Montana and Sosa. Yeah, they're counting their money up right now. They had the foresight last year to say, whoa. This person's captivating the national audience. Whoa. This person's gaining crazy steam and her momentum is building. Whoa, there's something that we could do here. Arby's hopped right in on it. She's had a boatload of commercials here and there. You see her on the Amazon Prime commercials. You see her all over. You had the Arby's going crazy. You get the point. The UFC, Adidas really, they're about to buy low, sell high on Sophie. Yeah, they're about to cash in on Sophie Cunningham stock.
It was a total undisputed financial blackout for the haters. The WNBA old guard just learned the hardest lesson in professional sports. You cannot force the public to love you, and you absolutely cannot bite the hand that feeds you. The fans hold all the power, and they just decided to financially bankrupt the haters' retail value in exactly 60 minutes. Now, let's talk about the absolute sheer force of nature that is the Caitlin Clark effect. We already knew she was breaking television ratty. It was a complete and undeniable financial blackout for the critics. The WNBA's old guard just learned one of the toughest lessons in professional sports. You cannot force the public to love you, and you certainly cannot turn against the people who support you. The fans hold the real power, and they just sent a powerful financial message through their purchasing decisions in the span of just 60 minutes. Now, let's talk about the incredible force that is the Caitlin Clark effect. We already knew she was breaking television ratings. We already knew she was selling out arenas wherever she played. But moving $5.9 million worth of merchandise in a single hour takes her from being a basketball superstar to becoming a global financial powerhouse. She's no longer just a player. She's becoming a one-woman economic force, and she could be well on her way to building a billion-dollar brand, isn't she? We already knew she was selling out every single arena she stepped into, but moving $5.9 million of physical merchandise in a single hour elevates her from a basketball superstar to a global financial empire. She isn't just a player anymore. She is a one-woman economic stimulus package, and she is well on her way to becoming a billionaire.
Worry about it. But anyway, let's move on for a second. All right, let's look at what the comments had to say, because we can't just listen to what Twitter posts us say. Let's listen to the fans. Let's get it straight from the fans' mouth themselves. So as you can see, Sophie Cunningham's crazy energy PE shoe is sold out already. Adidas, y'all need to make some more. Yeah, you gonna have some trolls in the comment as well. Look, we got the point being solidified, the Mona Lisa or the Sofa Lisa, man. We gonna have to, hey, Mona, you know what I'm saying? Huge respect to Mona Lisa, but we might have to put Sophie's right next to yours, Oh man, this is crazy. This is a great day in the CCFC. Then the point, like, Sophie Cunningham just knows exactly what she's doing. She knows how to capitalize on it. And this front office, who's operating on prehistoric time, they're operating as if this is the 1950s, 60s, 70s. They don't have a single clue on what 2026 marketing looks like. They think it's still controlled from up top. No, the fans have the power. And they've always had the power, but fans are way more awake now to know, like, okay, we're going to invest in what we want to invest, not what you show us, But anyways, as you can see, you got comments saying, dang, my size 8 sold out, my size sold out, Lucid Pink going fast. All this is happening, right? And I want to show you guys something real quick, because Sophie Cunningham is not only impacting her pockets, she's impacting the pockets of her peers. Sound familiar? Caitlin Clark. Let's get straight into it. As I said, Sophie Cunningham, her shoe sold out. Look at this, right? So as you can see, over 184 people have bought this product in the last 24 hours. Like, I'm genuine.
So don't worry about that. But anyway, let's move on for a second, all right? Let's take a look at what the comments had to say, because you can always get a sense of the public reaction by checking what people are saying on Twitter. Let's hear directly from the fans themselves. As you can see, Sophie Cunningham's Crazy Energy PE shoe has already sold out. Adidas, you need to make more. Of course, you're also going to have some trolls in the comments, but the main point is becoming clear. The Mona Lisa or the Sophie Lisa. Man, we're going to have to, hey Mona, with huge respect to the Mona Lisa, but we might have to put Sophie's right next to yours. Oh man, this is crazy. This is a great day for the CC fans. The point is that Sophie Cunningham clearly knows exactly what she's doing. She knows how to capitalize on the moment, while the front office seems to be operating in the past. They're acting as if it's still the 1950s or 60s, with everything controlled from the top. They don't seem to understand what modern marketing looks like in 2026. The fans have the power, and they've always had the power. But fans are now much more aware that they can choose where they spend their money. They're going to invest in what they actually want, not simply what they're told to buy. But anyway, as you can see, there are comments saying,
Adidas Crazy Energy basketball shoes have sold out in most sizes on release day. I tried to get a pair for the white. It was sold out in her size. Sold out in her size. The 2026 WNBA All-Star Game is tomorrow, so all of the top players and brands are bringing out their best basketball shoes to Chicago for the big stage. Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham did not make the All-Star Game, but she is still enjoying a strong sneaker launch. Earlier this month, we got our first look at Cunningham's first player exclusive colorway of the Adidas Crazy Energy basketball shoes. There was a buzz around the sneakers, but a near sellout on release day seemed unlikely. But in less than 24 hours, the shoes have sold out in most sizes at Adidas. Below is everything fans and shoppers must know about the hoop shoes. The Adidas Crazy Energy basketball shoes were released for $110. Great price too. Great price. Very good price. For $110 in adult sizes in the early hours of Friday, July 24th. The sneakers have already sold out in most men's and women's sizes of the Adidas website. As of this morning, they're still available in men's sizes 10.5 through 13 and women's 11.5 through 14. This article was published hours ago. There's now only those two sizes left, 11.5, 12.5. While most fans rush to the Adidas website, they may have overlooked the shoes being available at popular retailers. There are more sizes in stock at Dick's Sporting Goods.
When the countdown clock reached 0 on the website, the servers reportedly crashed almost instantly. Millions of fans, from Indiana to international markets, were frantically refreshing their browsers, desperately trying to place their orders. The backend analytics reportedly showed a level of traffic that sneaker executives typically see only during massive global releases involving stars like Travis Scott or Michael Jordan. But what makes this so satisfying is that Clark didn't even have to say a word to her critics. She didn't need to post a passive-aggressive tweet or complain to the media. She simply let the numbers speak for themselves. And this time, the scoreboard was reportedly a $5.9 million revenue figure. Every time a veteran player criticizes her or commits a hard foul on the court, Caitlin Clark's market value seems to grow even stronger. She has turned the attention and criticism surrounding her into a powerful business opportunity, transforming the jealousy and controversy around her into significant financial success. She appears increasingly untouchable, while the WNBA front office may be realizing that the league needs her star power just as much as she needs the platform. But perhaps the most incredible and jaw-dropping twist in this entire story is the sudden rise of Sophie Cunningham. Remember when Caitlin Clark pushed for Cunningham to be included in the All-Star game because she was one of the players who truly played with passion? The fans remembered. They saw who stood beside Clark, who brought that tough, fearless energy, and who genuinely respected the game of basketball. Because of that loyalty and her relentless effort on the court, fans decided to give Sophie Cunningham the ultimate financial boost. When her custom colorway was released alongside Clark's, critics laughed. They assumed Cunningham didn't have enough star power to make a major impact, but the fans rallied behind her like an unstoppable force. Cunningham's entire inventory reportedly sold out just as quickly as Clark's.